Okay, we are in stop and go crawling traffic here, telling me to detour, but I want to stay here to see how AutoPilot does in this situation. 2018.39.6 is version 9, and this is really just crawling stop and go traffic. Let's just see how it does. And actually, I think that auto lane change will even work on this road too. I eventually have to get over to the left, so you might see me do that on this video. We will see. But you can see we're barely moving. It does a nice job of showing the cars over here in my blind spot. Even though I don't like having that rear view mirror on the bottom, I wish I could move it up. The screen over here. It's nice that it's showing, for the most part, the car's in the blind spot. It's weird because the car has to be really close to you for it to be shown in the blind spot. Closer than I would like. I would like to have a little warning that something's about to approach my blind spot from the back, but there's not really much of any warning that I've been able to tell. Not sure what's best there, but making it light or dark. You can see we're just sitting in traffic here. See all the traffic up there? But it's doing a pretty good job of modulating the brakes, not making it, have to bring in the traditional brakes by braking too hard. At least that's what I'm seeing so far. I've never been in this much of a slow crawling traffic before. But it sure takes the fatigue out of driving though, keeping the system on like this. Have you guys ever tried it with your AutoPilot in this kind of traffic? Let me know. Good idea what the car can see here from this angle. Oh, I've been too bright, that's better. That person's trailer looks like. I don't know how much of that is showing on the screen. It looks like a big truck. Stop and go, stop and go. It's gonna be like this for a while, according to the map anyway. My brakes. I always get that right at the stopping point in most conditions anyway. Now it's giving me the prompt to tug on the wheel. There we go. Did you see that right on my screen? That's what it does. And you need to touch the wheel. And I've got this AutoPilot buddy. You can't see it here. It's right here on the wheel. It tends to prevent that from happening, but not all the time. Kind of messed up the lighting there. Still sitting in traffic. But it does make for good experience video, so you can see how this handles the situation. And it's nice. I mean, it didn't used to be this smooth. Look at all those cars down there. And there's a blue lights. So after that, we'll probably get back up to speed. But between here and there, a lot more of this. It's so much smoother than it used to be. So I'm confidently letting the car just take over and do this. And it just keeps getting better and better for the most part with every version. This playlist shows this version. If you look at other playlists that have different versions that are smaller numbers, you can see what I'm talking about, how it did not used to be as smooth. I used to have to step on the brakes to prevent it from short stopping and bringing in the traditional brakes because it was overpowering what it could do for regeneration. Oh, there it goes again. See that? I gotta tug on the wheel. I'm gonna make that go away. It looks like that left lane is blocked, which means everybody's going to be going into my lane, which means I'm in the wrong lane because it's always, why is it always the lane that ends that's the shortest for everybody? But I'm not going to get over there at this point, I don't think. There's no way I can easily get over there. And eventually I got to get over to the left lane after that clears. Now let's see how it handles people cutting in front of me. This ought to be interesting. See that Yaris, Toyota Yaris right there, and a white one. Just tried to do it, and AutoPilot didn't let it. Well, let's see what it allows and doesn't allow. I gotta be ready to take over in case something funny happens. But I'm definitely gonna get into that here, so you'll see how it handles it. That Yaris just went in up there, further up the road. So as much as I'd love to be in that left lane, saving all this time, at least I'm going to be able to show you guys how this thing handles when people are trying to cut in front of me. Because in the past, I know that if you look at previous versions of the software, it would never back down. I used to have to sit there with my foot right above the brake pedal and just smash into the brake because it was going to ram anybody that tried to cut in front of me. And I've even seen videos of people getting in accidents where they just let it go. They didn't step on the brakes and they're saying it's Tesla's fault. And no, not really. I don't think so. Just a beta software. Getting closer and closer to those blue lights. hearing a lot of brake noises there as it releases and clamps back down on them fairly quickly. It's mechanical type brake noises. Somebody is trying to pass me over here. Look at that. Trying. At some point they're probably going to do it the way they're acting. Yeah, it's like a Hummer or something taking up half the shoulder. I don't know what that's about. Oh, there he goes. It's passing me. It's a Toyota FJ Cruiser. Oh, here we go. Now we're into the thick of it. Oh, and it's giving me the tug on the wheel sign. Now, see, it's letting the Honda in without hitting it. That is an improvement. Whoa! Okay, I had to touch that there. I could not let it continue. It was way too close. It seemed like it was going to do it, but then it seemed like it was getting too close. So I had to take back over. That was just me being overly cautious, but it was really close. I don't know how. Check that out in the replay. I'm sure we're going to encounter another one of these up here. Maybe it's just because it's a small car, but it seemed like it was handling it until it, I mean, it was right in front of the sensor should have picked it up. It's like it's going to hit it or just tap it just to say hi or something. I don't know what, but that would have caused some damage. We're like almost 14 minutes into this video now. This is the excitement of trying to do full self-driving. With my older computer, Elon Musk says he's going to replace it now since I've already paid for full self-driving. Get a new one. It's supposed to be like 500 to 4,000 times faster, I think, than what I have. But still apparently not capable of full self-driving because there's no software for it. Maybe they can write the software to that computer and it'll work. I don't know. We will see. As Elon says, he's just got cameras and he could be the biggest fool in the world if this stuff doesn't work. But he thinks it's going to work. And we get enough computing power. Maybe that's what it'll take. And that'll be good. I'll get to wash my car. If you see my car recently, it's filthy. The only time it's ever been washed is when it's been to the Tesla dealer or service center. No dealers. Okay, this ought to be interesting. I'm getting ready with my foot near the brake pedal, right on top of it. Over 15 minutes into this video now. I don't know if this is an accident or construction or what, but we'll find out. No, they are doing some construction here. You saw that equipment on the right there. I don't know if they're doing it right now. Okay, here we go with the merge. Gotta get ready. It's all gonna happen at once here. Alright, and they're trying to cut right in front of me. Let's see how the car handles it. The car is moving over. The car's moving over. The car's moving over to the right, but it's gonna hit that guy. The car was moving over there. I don't know if you saw that. The car was moving over to the right. So sorry, I have to put the camera down there. There's a crushed car on that thing. There was somebody watching, so I had to put the camera down. Better safe than sorry, right? Alright, let's get up to 55. And let's see if we can do auto lane change here. I think we can. Let's see. Yes. There it goes. Auto lane change happens on secondary roads now. Didn't used to, because this is definitely not an interstate highway. Anyway, if you look at that video, do the replay, you can see that the car started moving over. AutoPilot started moving over when it noticed the obstruction there, which is great. I've never seen it do that. It was slowing down and moving over, but then at some point it just got closer and closer, and I wasn't willing to take the risk. So let me know what you think, if it would have made it or not, but you'd have to replay the video and check it out. Anyway, that's it for this video. Whoops. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Subscribe.